Hi everybody, a slightly different look for me today here. I've got my bright jacket on here, I've got my hard hat on, and we've come over today to our new Volkswagen Centre over in Oldham. Not quite open yet, we're going to be opening in a couple of weeks time, and we'll be back before that opening as well so we can show you the finished article. We thought it'd be really nice to come and have a show you all about how it's getting on. It's very nearly completed. But to give you an idea of the space and the complexity of this new design showroom, this has got the latest concepts for Volkswagen, so it's Volkswagen cars as well as Volkswagen vans, the commercial side of it, that's here as well. So it's one shop for everything, just like we are in Wrexham, for example, as well, rather than just a standalone dealership. But this site is huge. We're going to give you a quick walk round, show you what it's about. We'll show you some of the footage we've been doing while we've been building the site. And instead, it's not long before it opens shortly. The servicing centre, immense. Biggest workshop I think I've seen in a very long time. Looks really good. Thought we'd show you it now before it's got cars and vans and everything else that's in there as well, so you can see it looking its best. So we're in the workshop now, and this is definitely one of the highlights of this new building. It's fantastic, really airy in here as well. I'm sure the techs are going to love being in here. So to give you an idea on the scale of it that's on here, so we've got 13 ramps for cars, which are all the way down this left-hand side of the workshop that's on here. So these are all car ramps because they're done for the sound. And then on the right hand side we've got our commercial vehicle ramps. There is a difference between these two. If you don't, you might notice them in sizes. The commercial vehicle ramps take a lot more weight, so a lot beefier ramps than the car ramps, which is why they look bigger. Plus as well with things like Grand Californias, for example, that's on there, obviously you need that height if something's getting on the ramp as well, and that gives you that extra height that the vehicle comes up to. And every ramp has its own toolbox and tool areas to go from in here. So, because obviously there'll be a technician who'll have his own particular ramp as you come down. Now, normally technicians will bring their own toolboxes. Here, obviously, we've supplied everything, so it all looks the same within the workshop. So you've got the big tool drawers that's on here, where you can get all your tools in there. You've got plenty of spaces overhead. Put lots and lots of tools in there as well. Plus, so every two bays as well has its own oil supply. So we've got our two different grades of oil that's in here. We've got our water supply, and then the all important air hoses as well, which we need for a lot of the tools, things that we use on the vehicles as well. So all nice and neat in there as well. So at night everything can go away. It's nice and easy to clean. As you can see, you can go up and down here as well. I can imagine a workshop this size, if it had vehicles all on all the ramps, all the engines are running, for example. So because of that, we have these in here, which is part of the extraction system within the workshop. So this goes over the tailpipe of the vehicle that's on there, that's on the actual ramp as well when it's in the workshop. Gets rid of all the fumes outside of the vehicle as well, so it just keeps it all nice and safe inside. And down the bottom of the workshop here, we've got two full posters, full post ramps. Now these are used mainly for things like MOTs, for example. We do the MOTs on full post ramps. At the very back of here as well is our full wheel alignment machine, and then next to it we've got things like our tyre bay, which obviously goes quite close to that. So in the tyre bay we've got a big tyre machine, and also our wheel balancing machine as well. So you might be thinking, is this like an extra little bit of the workshop? Is it PDI workshop? This is the valet bay, and this is the dry section of the valet bay. So this is where they would prep all the vehicles once they've actually had their wash that's in here. So nice and big and airy, easy to keep clean on the side of it. So lots of space to get the vehicles in here. And then next door to here is the wet area. As you can see, lots of things being stored at the moment because this is an ongoing project. Only a couple of weeks left though, and it should all be finished. But obviously we're using it for storage bits in a minute, and we'll show you again when we come in. And then finally, just on the very end over here, is the body shop. So the body shop is for smart repairs and for smaller repairs. So they've got an oven which is in here, and then a bit of prep side at the side of it there. And I'm told you drive the vehicle into the oven side of it, and then once it's done, it moves into the next building across and goes on from on there. So obviously when the building's up, I'm going to get that tested out. I'm going to show you how it works. So I'm now standing in the commercial vehicle part of the showroom. So we can get probably 4, maybe possibly 5 at a push vehicles in. I think we're going to go with 4, I think, to start with. So you have things like the multivan, obviously things like the ID bus when that comes, things like Amarok, etc. That's in here. You put those type of vehicles in the showroom that's here. Things like on the walls where we're going to have all of our colour displays. so you'll be able to see those over on the wall there. And just at the very back of the commercial showroom side of it here is where service reception will be as well. So a little bit different from service reception, because service reception will be for both cars and vans, except for one you'll go to the left and for the other you'll go to the right, and obviously there'll be a nice bit of signage there to tell you where you're going. So let's go and have a look at the car showroom, which is just around the corner through here. This kind of gives you an idea on the scale and the size of this building. If you look at the commercial basis of the showroom behind you that's there, and then we turn round and we look at the car centre. This is the car showroom and the main entrance into the actual building as well. We've got things like, for example, there's a handover bay for cars that's in here as well. Lots of office space. But as you can see, it's nice and big, it's airy. You can come in here, have a cup of coffee while you're having a look at your vehicles as well. It's in there. There'll be lots of cars in the showroom here going around the central point that's in the middle of the building that's here. We'll have things like the reception desk will be in the middle here. If you can just about see under the cloth, you'll notice the colour combinations. This is the same as what we've just shown you recently in our Liverpool showroom that's there. Similar kind of couches that we're going to be having as well. Little tables that's here. Information for all the cars that's in the showroom, and obviously it's going to be the same from in the car showroom. It'll be the same as what it will be as well over in the commercial showroom as well. We're going to be back here just before this opens, so probably won't need my hard hat and my high-vis vest at that point, and we can show you exactly what it will be like for when you come in as a customer into this showroom and the showroom design that's here. So this is going to look very similar to this, but it will be slightly different, obviously, because there are going to be cars here, and the furniture is going to be placed out in different places around the building as well. But you really get a sense of feeling for how big this showroom is that's on here as well. And then directly outside is where we started this morning when we had a look at the front of the building. We've got the main road that's here as well, so you can see as you're passing by coming from here, and it just makes the place look so big and airy.